Mischa Barton on Growing Up in Hollywood. Everybody acts like they have your best interests at heart, but a lot don't. Mischa Barton talks teen fame, historical dramas, and why she loves strong, female characters. It's hard to think of 90s TV without thinking of shows like Friends, The OC, and Desperate Housewives. Not only did the storylines give viewers something to talk about every week, but the characters became icons in their own right. Mischa Barton, who played the rebellious rich girl and everyone's Orange County crush Marissa Cooper in The OC, knows this all too well. She starred in a hit teen drama between 2003 and 2006, and she was just 18 years old when first cast. With an average audience of 9.7 million, it didn't take long for Barton to become a household name, and by the time she left the show she was dubbed Entertainment Weekly's It Girl of the Year. In fact, Cooper's death at the end of season 3 is still a cultural touchstone, as is Imogen Heap's cover of Hallelujah that plays in that final scene. With great power, though, comes great scrutiny. Much like Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, and Nicole Richie, for Barton, catapulting into fame at such a young age meant she swiftly became a tabloid target. One minute she was labeled the next big thing, the next she was being criticized for her every move, subjected to cruel and invasive headlines, with millions of strangers probing into her personal life online. Discussing that era with Grazia, Barton says, "I wouldn't like to be giving myself advice, that's for sure, but I would point out to protect myself a little bit more. Everybody will act like they have your best interests at heart, but a lot of people don't. I would protect myself more. There were times when I only had 6 days off in the whole year," she continues. "Those days were hard because you don't really have time to find yourself, you're just going with the flow. There were good times and bad times, but what can I say? I still really enjoyed my job and what I did. I just feel very far removed from it now." She did have support from an unlikely source though. "Whenever anyone asks me about mentors growing up, the first person who comes to my head is Dickie Richard Attenborough. That's because he found me right after the OC and sent me to RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, and really did guide me. He and his wife took me in at a time when I really needed it." Peter Gallagher, who played Sandy Cohen in the OC, has been a great shining light too, Barton adds. "And what of the good times? I wonder, what's your favorite memory from that era?" "My favorite stuff was getting to travel all the time," she says. "I went to Toyko like 13 times. My fondest memories are being on the road doing promotion with either my family or cast at the time. Weirdly enough, the OC cast and I never really got to do that together, so our only memories together are LA and New York press, which is a little boring to be fair." Prior to mainstream fame on the OC, Barton starred in smaller roles in a series of hit films including Lawn Dogs, Notting Hill, and The Sixth Sense. When she left the show in 2003, she rejoined the indie circuit and opted for less conspicuous roles in films like Closing the Ring and St. Trinians, both 2007, before taking a turn on stage in the Irish production of Steel Magnolias, 2012. In 2023, she was cast in an extended guest role in the rebooted Australian soap, Neighbours. Now Barton is promoting the digital release of her mystery movie, Invitation to a Murder, where she plays Miranda Green, a British florist with a passion for Agatha Christie novels. "It's just my kind of project," she tells us. "I love murder mysteries, especially period pieces. So a 1930s murder mystery was very much up my alley." The film finds aspiring detective Miranda Green as she receives a mysterious invitation from an unknown textile tycoon, Lord Finlay, to join 5 other guests on a passenger train to his island estate. When another guest turns up dead, it falls to Miranda to uncover who's responsible. "I think all the characters are really fun and juicy, they all have something to offer the story. I love Miranda. She's a strong, female lead." This is something Barton has noticed change since she started out in the industry. "A lot has opened up and there are great roles for women in particular. If you look at what's on TV, it's amazing how many strong, female leads there are now." For the OC star, a growing number of exciting female-led stories on screen has allowed her the freedom to choose projects that really speak to her. "I'm really into history," she adds. "There are a lot of historical characters that I'd be quite jealous not to get to play. It's also fun whenever costumes play a huge part in any role. When you're doing something historical, the costumes need to be accurate, and everyone on the film works harder. You've got to get the cadence of the speech right, what they're wearing, smelling, everything, much more than with modern pieces." If a trip back to the 1930s excites you too, then you'll be pleased to hear that Invitation to a Murder is the first of 3 films, all of which star Barton, with the latter 2 planned for release this year. If you like a whodunit, or these types of murder mysteries, then you'll love the way it was shot, Barton promises. "It's fun, and I'm all for watching them in a row." If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video for more content.